I only work for one city.
Hi, everyone. Calling the July 27th Parks and Recreation Commission meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. Right on time. We're ready for you.
Okay. Commissioners, when I call your name, please indicate that you are present. Chair Moralia.
Chair. Here. Wow.
We're not there yet.
Vice Chair Nagaya.
Here.
Commissioner Admire.
Here.
Commissioner Bishop Williams. Here. Commissioner Diaz.
Here.
Commissioner DuPont. Here. Commissioner Ferguson.
Here.
Commissioner Fine.
Here.
Commissioner Finland.
Here.
Commissioner Phillips.
Here.
Did I miss anyone? Okay, we have a quorum. Thank you very much.
Yay. I don't remember who runs the election. One of you two, right?
We will be running the elections now. All right, so since it is our July meeting, we are now running elections for chair and vice chair. So we'll first start with the position of chair. Does anyone want to nominate someone for that role?
I'd like to nominate John Moralia to continue as chair.
I second.
Do you accept?
I do.
Okay, any others? All right, we'll take a vote for John Moralia as chair.
Okay, for the motion of Chair Moralia, do you roll for yourself? Vice Chair Nagaya?
Yes.
Commissioner Admire?
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams? Yes. Commissioner Diaz?
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont? Yes. Commissioner Ferguson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fine?
Yes.
Commissioner Finland?
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Chair Moralia.
Thanks, everybody.
You're doing such a great job.
Thanks. Bravo. All right, now for the position of vice chair, any nominations?
I vote to nominate Jace.
I second.
Jace, do you accept?
Yes.
All right. Any other nominations? Hearing none, we will go ahead and vote for vice chair for Commissioner Nagaya.
Okay, once again, vote for the vice chair, Chair Moralia.
Yes.
Commissioner Admire.
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz.
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont. Yes. Commissioner Ferguson.
Yes.
Commissioner Fine.
Yes.
Commissioner Finland.
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Vice Chair Nagaya.
Back to you.
Yep. Has everyone read the minutes from last month?
Yes.
Any changes to the minutes? If not, can I get a, oh, there is a change? Sorry, I didn't see your hand.
So I'm at it. Under the commissioner comments, we had a discussion after I asked if there was a Spanish version of the Play magazine, and the minutes reflect simply that staff discussed accordingly. I think we need a little better explanation of what transpired there.
What did transpire there?
And how it could be resolved.
It costs what, $5,000 to do a Spanish translation or something? Basically, we don't have the money for it, is what it translates.
10 grand.
10 grand.
We may, and so we are currently looking through budget, having conversations with the foundation. And so for the purposes of these minutes, we can adjust that to staff will
Staff's working on
review and bring this back for a later update.
That
Is that
works.
okay?
That works? Yes.
So I'll make the motion to approve with said adjustments.
Second.
And once again, we will do a roll call vote for the minutes. Chair Moralia.
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya.
Yes.
Commissioner Admire.
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams. Commissioner Diaz. I'm sorry, I need to start over. If you were not a commissioner at the last meeting, you are not required to approve these minutes, so I apologize. I'm going to start over. Chair Moralia.
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya.
Yes.
Commissioner Admire.
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz.
Yes.
Commissioner Ferguson.
Yes.
Commissioner Fine.
Yes.
Commissioner Finland.
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion approved. Doing a lot today.
comment time. This time has been set aside for members of the public to address the Parks and Recreation Commission on items of general interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. Although the Parks and Recreation Commission values your comments, pursuant to the Brown Act, it generally cannot take any action on items not listed on the posted agenda. 3 minutes per speaker. Welcome.
Thank you. Paul Henriksen, Upper West Side Neighborhood Organization, and greetings commissioners and staff and wonderful city volunteers. And I just want to say it's wonderful to live in a city where we have so many super volunteers like those sitting around this table and in 1PS and so much more. So thank you for doing what you do. My husband and I are going to speak on related topics. One is Victoria Park, and immediately adjacent to Victoria Park is elementary school Vista Del Monte. And at the recommendation of our city council member Jeffrey, he suggested starting here. Several of the neighborhoods that surround Victoria Park and Vista Del Monte Elementary School, we meet to discuss things about the neighborhood. For example, there's a lot of support for the pop-up park that's coming in the hopes for it'll one day be permanent. So I'm going to talk about Vista Del Monte with the vision of what also is going on regarding water in our state and sustainability commission's efforts for what they call radical shade, which I love that term they came up with, and Desert Water Agency's Ordinance 80, which includes that non-functional turf has to be removed. Especially this commission is probably very familiar with all of that, so I don't need to get into that much. What our neighborhoods have been talking about in addition to the pop-up park is also around Vista Del Monte, the turf that is around it. There's quite a bit surrounding the outside. Most of the time is mostly dead and looks unkept, and it's unsightly, and we're hoping that we can bring the vision of the Sustainability Commission and the vision of thinking, what do we do with water, and how do we make this space functional, give it pride of place, and be an asset to the community, the students, the parents, the staff, and the neighborhoods. So we've put together a conceptual visual, which, as I understand, Nicholas and Rayleigh have sent a link to all of you. That's to this document. Sorry, it's 30 megabytes, but you can download it as well as view it. And most of it is visuals of before and after, what it looks like now, and what are some of the concepts. And the goals are water, shade, and function, as well as low maintenance. So I'm hoping you'll get a chance to look at it. We've paid very close attention to and met with Sustainability Commission on this as well. So we've had multiple neighborhoods meeting together and talking about these topics. So I look forward to hearing feedback and interest. And I understand that there's Jeffrey Bernstein told us that there's someone on the commission that's also part of the Palm Springs Unified School District. That's you. Okay, I'll leave the printed copy for you,
Thank
and then I'll let my husband speak. Thank you so much.
That's pretty good, 3 minutes and 5 seconds, Paul.
Over.
All right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the commission. Thank you for the time to be up here. I'm the other half of that guy that just spoke for 3 minutes and 5 seconds. One of the things I'd like to speak to you, Ms. Diaz, is that we've already spoken with the principal, and she's the individual who suggested that we contact you for continuing the discussions about the landscaping. So I'd like to reiterate the anticipation of the pop-up dog park. Rover needs some companions there. So the neighborhood has talked about it, and they're so excited because right now, if they don't use, if they go over to the park, there's nothing to keep the dogs into a specific space. And it kind of endangers the kids after school who are in the park. The other thing I would like to talk about is this is the only major park in the city that doesn't have a parking lot. And so one of the things that we'd like to suggest is that the commission and you recommend to whoever you have to go to on this, change it from parallel parking to, change it from parallel parking to diagonal parking. Diagonal parking will give you more spaces. It's a safer way to get in and out of your car. It will protect everybody, the drivers and coming across Mira Leste, and it will also protect the animals that are getting out of the car, as well as any kids that might be getting out of the car, particularly if they're trying to get out of a parallel parked car on the left side. So with that, we recommend you consider seriously vertical parking. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
I beat him, didn't I?
You did.
He means angled parking.
Can I get your name, please?
My name is Robert. Last name is Heinbaugh, Heinbaugh.
Got it. Thank you so much, Robert.
Here's both our info.
Oh, perfect, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Do we have anybody on Zoom?
If you're joining us via Zoom, please use the raise hand feature to indicate if you would like to speak. I'm seeing no members on Zoom.
Okay, that concludes public comment. Are you welcoming the new commissioners?
I am.
Okay.
All right, so welcome to our newer commissioners. We are so excited to have you here. So what we'll do is we'll just give you a brief kind of overview of the commission and of the department and kind of go over some expectations. It's also a good refresher for everybody else on the commission to hear this again. So as you may already know, the Parks and Recreation Commission has 11 members on the commission, and it functions in an advisory capacity to the council on matters relating to planning and monitoring of the 11 parks and our facilities, our operations, the municipal golf course, special events, and other leisure services, programs, and activities. We'll discuss this later today, but as part of the commission, there are also 5 different ad hoc committees. Right now, those currently consist of dog park, pickleball, golf, master plan, and park enhancements, and the swim center. It'll be on the agenda later today for us to discuss what are new ad hocs or if there will be any changes to this for this upcoming fiscal year. Now, I'll go over in a little bit about the whole Parks and Recreation Department, but one of the key things that we also oversee is Village Fest. But Village Fest is managed and run separately by a Village Fest board. So all the matters and events and programming related to Village Fest, I may give updates about that during these meetings, but the actual day-to-day operations is done separately by the Village Fest board. So as part of serving on the commission, some of our responsibilities that we expect from you all is to share information within your networks and within your communities. And if you hear information from the community, you're sharing that with myself as the director so I can be advised and help troubleshoot any issues that we're seeing on site. We'll encourage you to attend events and activities and really be an advocate and a champion for everything that we do in Parks and Recreation and to advance the Park and Rec system. You may at times serve on different projects or planning for programs and events. That's at your leisure if you wish to do that. And then there will be times that we'll ask you to take recommendations to the City Council for final approval and things of that nature. So during commission meetings, you're serving in an advisory capacity. We really want you to engage in these commission meetings, ask questions of staff, of myself, make recommendations for policies and procedures. You'll see that we have a couple of policies here this evening for your approval. And it's also an opportunity when we meet monthly that you'll receive updates from me of items that have occurred over the past month, but also upcoming events, programs, and activities just for you to all be aware of. Now, the chair of the commission, he will meet regularly with me and with staff. He'll go over the agenda, have an understanding of what the agenda is ahead of time. His job is to make sure that meetings are kept orderly. and follow all appropriate parliamentary procedures. And then if he is absent, he will inform us as staff and make sure that the vice chair is prepped and ready to go and appropriately briefed so that the vice chair can run the meeting in his absence. And staff's responsibilities is we will develop the agenda, we'll present those to the chair and vice chair when we meet monthly and brief with them. And we'll go over any updates on things that need to be added or amended from the agenda. And staff oversee the department budget. I'll give you an update later this evening of the department budget and what we kind of oversee. Staff under my purview has operations fully under control so that we oversee all programs, activities, classes, all special events for the whole city. And it's our responsibility that we hire, direct, and evaluate staff. So we really want to make sure that you as commissioners are coming to us as staff here and that you're not going to other staff members so that we can make sure that we're handling the appropriate needs that you may be requesting of staff. And then we'll constantly communicate to you all of everything that's going on that you should be aware of that's related to the Parks and Recreation Commission. So about the department is we oversee 11 parks. And as part of those parks, there's all these different amenities, which I'm sure you can imagine or you've seen, but they comprise of different sports and athletic fields, social areas, play areas. There's public art pieces in some of our parks, water features, and then open general recreational space for our community to enjoy. And as part of those parks, we have 7 different facilities that include the community centers, the swim center, the skate park, and the Palm Springs Power Baseball Stadium. Throughout the Parks and Rec system also is we manage 15 trailheads. And those are just the start of the trails so that if there's any debris or maintenance or trailhead signage, that's under our purview that we manage. And we also oversee the contract for the day-to-day operations and management of the Tahquitz Creek Golf Resort. So with all of that comprised, it's about 312 acres of parkland, which includes a multitude of different programs, events, services, you know, the whole gambit of everything that we do, including Village Fest, that weekly event that we put on every Thursday evening. Additionally to all of that programming and all that we oversee in our parks, we also oversee all the permitting for every special event that comes through and has an impact on the city, as well as permitting for film permits throughout the city, the banners that you will see along Palm Canyon and some of the side streets, allocation of all sports fields, and then again, just all special events coming through for us. And so we do this, actually it's 56.75 FTE across 7 different divisions, which roughly encompasses about 64 individuals in our department that oversee the department. So it's a large park and recreation system with a small but mighty team that we're able to manage and tackle everything across the team. And those 7 different divisions, which you'll see later on in an organizational chart, comprise of our administration division, the James O'Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center, the Demuth Community Center, park maintenance, leisure center, and youth programming, and also the pavilion, special events and Village Fest, and the operations at the Palm Springs Swim Center. And so you'll see over the course of your term on serving on the commission, we will send you a lot of information about our events and our programming and really want you to be champions and advocate for everything that we do. There's basic information on the screen here about the departments. You should have some of that in an email that we sent to you all a few weeks back. And then those are our social media channels where you'll also find more information about what we do. And we try to post regularly about all of our upcoming events and programs. And I will take any questions if you have them, or Chair, if you wish to add on anything else to that.
I don't want to add anything except, are we going to do another field trip to the various parks, and like, have we decided when that'll be or anything?
Great. Yes, we will be doing that. Last year, I think we did it in August, so it was a little hot. So we're going to recommend to do it in September. And so Riley will help coordinate dates and times, and we'll have to split up the commission so that we don't have a quorum. But that's an opportunity that will transport you in our vans and take you to every park and community center in the system so that you can get a firsthand look of what we have going on, and also give you an opportunity to ask us questions on site if you see anything. So that'll come forward from Riley at a later date.
Great.
Any other
Anybody got
questions
questions or
from
anything?
No,
Commissioner?
but that was fun.
It was fun, right? And we needed to do it.
Yeah, it was really great.
I mean, guys, really the main thing to remember is just to listen to your neighbors, residents, all that kind of thing. You can tell them you're on the commission or not. I sometimes sneak to the dog park and don't tell them.
They'll learn, yeah.
Yeah. Because the minute you say, they're like, like just what happened to you probably.
Oh, yeah, you know, I get a lot of information.
But that's the main gig, really.
That's great. Thank you.
Great. Moving on. It's all me this evening, so you're
Oh,
gonna have
so I
to hear
don't
my
really need
voice
to
all
say
day
anything
long.
except, okay, keep going.
All right. All right, so also during this time each year, we'll give you an update of what we've been up to over the past fiscal year. And so what we are actually doing this year is we're going to be generating an annual report. And so what we've done so far for this is we put it in a presentation form with just some key highlights so you can be aware of what we've accomplished over the past year. Some main highlights to be aware of is this year really focused on service delivery, improving the park and rec system, focusing on capital investments through so many different park projects, and really telling the story of who we are in Parks and Recreation. And so you'll see that we've completed a lot of different capital projects throughout the system. We've advanced a growing portfolio and kept an ongoing list of other park and rec improvements that need to be made in the system over the course of the upcoming years. And we've expanded a lot of programming that are focusing on youth, families, wellness programming through seasonal camps, expansion of our FKO program, which is our 4 Kids Only, and our Pee Wee Rec program, which is our Tiny Tot program, and then also implementing some new special events throughout the system. A big component over this past year is focusing on water and really strengthening our swim center operations with expanded revenue growth, expanded staffing, and a huge increase in participation, and making sure that we're providing a lot more new programming for families of all ages to really thrive at the swim center. New this year also is we fully integrated the park maintenance division, and that has really helped us with better supporting all of our events, our programming, and just daily park use, that we are able to have a day-to-day connection with the park maintenance division now that it's housed under us. And then probably not all the fun stuff, but really, really important is we've really paid a lot more attention on improving the administrative systems. So all the stuff that you don't see, but the behind the scenes framework of all of our record retention, customer service experiences, and supports to the commission and the Village Fest Board, which are really integral to making sure that our day-to-day operations are thriving. So a vision for the future is really these 6 pillars, which you'll see in the Parks and Recreation Master Plan, are really our key main goals for us over the next 10 years of how we are going to improve the park and rec system. And you'll read it on screen, but here it's really making sure that we are paying attention to the system as it is now, building a support and a foundation for making sure that we're taking care of the system and preserving it today, but also making some strides and some improvements so that we can better plan for the future, so that we can see more synergy in the way that we are doing things, and making sure that we're expanding that impact throughout the future years as we continue to grow Parks and Recreation in this community. A big key component for us also this year, it was that we launched a quarterly digital recreation brochure. And this is a huge win for this department and this community, where now we have a comprehensive listing and a guide that really lists everything that we do in one publication. So it's an opportunity for our community members to have a one-stop source where they can see all of the classes, all of the upcoming special events, and everything that we have to offer, which better serves the needs of our community. And that guide is called Play. And we're really championing on this notion of having people come play with us. And so PLAY stands for Parks, Leisure, and Activities for You, and it provides real-time updates in this user-friendly format to give our community a whole understanding of everything that we have to offer. And so this issue has been our third issue, and we've seen some success. It still needs to grow and needs to get our community to understand that we are operating on seasons now. But now it is a way that we are really promoting everything that we have to offer. Sure.
I know it's online, and forgive me, I probably should have known this, but you don't print it out at all, right?
We don't print it out yet. Yeah, that is one thing that we wish we can do. We don't have the budget to be able to do that. And so,
Started mid-year.
what's that?
I said you started in mid-year.
We started mid-year, yeah. And so we reallocated budgeting resources to be able to produce this publication because we felt it was really important. And we also don't produce it in Spanish, but we are finding other resources to be able to do that in the future. And so now we operate on a quarterly system. So now every few months, a new publication will be coming out. And so the next one for fall will be launched in August. One thing also that we've embarked on over this past year is we've partnered with the Palm Springs Parks Foundation, which is a new nonprofit, and it is essentially the nonprofit arm to the department. And their vision is to really create vibrant public spaces that foster health, joy, and connection. And their three pillars are focusing on water, shade, and activation of our parks. And that really ties in exactly what we're trying to do with the Parks and Recreation Master Plan, so that we have basically this combined approach of how are we going to advance the system. And for this allows us to really help funnel things through this nonprofit arm for us now, so that if there's grants or other opportunities or ways to solicit donations where people don't want to necessarily give to a municipal agency, they can now give through this nonprofit arm. And so we just finalized a memorandum of understanding with this organization a few months ago. So they're still in their early infant stages, but it's been a really wonderful partnership to see them starting to build up and making sure that we're combining efforts so that we advance basically the park system here. And their website is psparks.org. So here you can see our org chart. I don't expect you to read every little thing, but essentially it is about 64 personnel that run the department. And so you'll see the yellow boxes are all of the different divisions that we have allocated throughout the different department as a whole. And you'll see it's separated mainly by facility, but also some of the bigger divisions. And we have some vacancies that we're working through right now. So we work very closely with our human resources departments and our city manager's office, who understand that Parks and Recreation is a priority here. So a lot of our vacancies still are moving really quickly for this process. And coming from another agency, it actually does move really quickly here. So we're really thankful for that. But we have ongoing conversations with human resources to make sure that we're backfilling positions as much as we can. But it's small because we don't have a really large part-time support here that helps run our program of facilities. But it is a big team that actually takes and oversees our operations here.
Can you send that to us? Like,
Sure.
You can email that?
Yeah, we can email this. So now we'll just go over additionally some highlights from each divisions, just to give you an update of what we've been up to over this past year. So again, I alluded to the admin division, which is really that operational backbone, right? They help the department serve the public more consistently while strengthening records, our contracts, customer service, and fiscal and personnel supports. A big component of this was our focusing on front counter procedures and internal communication and strengthening that. Digitizing all of our files and making sure that that is something that we're paying really close to our records retention policy. And while this isn't really as exciting, but it is really important, when I first arrived here, we only had 21 agreements in the department. Now we're up to 44 new agreements and amending 13 new existing agreements. So you can only imagine just going from 22 to over 60+ agreements, that's a lot of administrative work that's done on the back end on helping to coordinate all that, in addition to managing, of course, you all, the Parks and Rec Commission, and this division also oversees the golf resident membership cards, which we produced 644 of those over this past year. We're also working with our communications team for a new city website and transitioning that, which will be launching later this year, thank goodness, and that'll be really exciting once that's on board, as well as making sure that we're updating the department event calendar, helping to track and make sure everybody's getting paid through payroll, recruiting, onboarding, and then financial tracking of everything that we do and pay out of the department. At the Demuth Community Center, this center is really focusing on welcoming inclusive space for recreation, creativity, social interaction, and healthy lifestyles. So nearly 2,000 unique patrons visited the facility throughout this past fiscal year, and that facility really focuses on more active programming. So that includes basketball, pickleball, volleyball, boxing, some computer lab support, a game room, and a new creative arts program. And so there's more than 200 people that come in and play basketball on a regular basis, and more than 175 people that come in and play pickleball on a regular basis at the facility. We've also launched a weekly creative arts and expression class over this past year, which has gained some continued support of people participating in that program. And also focusing on cultural and seasonal events at this facility with our annual Dia de los Muertos events, Earth Day with the Park Rangers, and our new Whoville holiday celebration, which is in December every year. At the James L. Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center, this center really focuses on neighborhood hub and connection, which is focusing on youth development, senior connection, wellness, culture, and neighborhood support for our more northern residents in the city. So we averaged here about 250 students monthly in the after-school program, which totaled about 2,000 participants, which is an increase of about 60% of our participants from the previous year. We've also serviced about 300 plus mature adults, which is our senior program, through year-round social connection, wellness programming, and excursions to outside events and programs outside of the city. And we make sure that transportation is not a barrier here, as well as we've brought on 2 new 15-passenger vans, have public computers, which are very available and highly used at this facility, modernizing those workstations and making Wi-Fi easily accessible at this facility as well. Youth programs included 1,000 plus summer camp participants over the course of the summer camp program, winter and spring camps, braiding and cooking classes, and a new basketball clinic, which we hope to expand that as we go into our fall season. We also offered indoor pickleball, fitness room access, our Come Ride With Us, which is our bicycle program, First Fridays, which are ongoing events on the first Friday of each month, holiday programming, and the Coachella Valley's only active drill team and drum squad, which is housed at this facility. Now at the Leisure Center, youth programs, camps, classes are really important here, where we're making sure that we're turning everyday moments into lasting memories. So our Camp Palm Springs summer season served more than 175 unique campers each day, with field trips, swimming, some STEAM programming, and themed activities throughout the camp program. As part of that, we brought on 50 high school volunteers and an additional 22 seasonal staff just to run the summer camp program, because we cannot do that alone with those many campers. We also serviced 40 participants each day during the winter and spring camps with wait list ongoing, but that's just our capacity. We would love to increase, but we don't have the capacity to do that. And new this summer is we launched a senior summer camp in partnership with the Mizell Senior Center to really make sure that our senior community had some recreational program offerings by us. We also offer ongoing classes, which included tap dance, aikido, and yoga at the facility. And we completed improvements to the pavilion, which has really enhanced our rentals, meeting space, events, and programming over at Sunrise Park. Also with youth programming, we modified our previous movies in the park where they constantly got canceled due to wind because of the time of season that we were doing. And we then changed it to what we were calling a Rec Unplugged program, which is a mobile recreation program which took out hands-on recreation activities to parks that we weren't currently servicing. And so we had 4 Rec Unplugged events where we serviced 255 participants throughout those events. And we brought out games, crafts, glow-in-the-dark activities, and really just provided an opportunity for families to connect and socialize. Our Pee Wee Rec program, which is that Tiny Tot program, supported early literacy, social and emotional growth, science exploration, outdoor recreation, and really prepared our kids for kindergarten. And that FKO program serviced students each day with homework help, cooking, 3D printing crafts, and other team building activities for our youth over at the Leisure Center. Now, our swim center did experience a year of really substantial growth in revenue, use, programming, and just overall operational responsibility at the facility. We really bolstered and increased our program offerings with increasing more hours for lap swim, recreational swim, expanded our water aerobics program, added a new aqua boot camp, a new U.S. Swim Masters program, increased swim lessons and scholarships for those swim lessons, Splash Ball, which is our youth introductory to water polo program, expanded water polo, and had ongoing more community events, rentals, and camps over at this facility. And so this team has done a phenomenal job, just like everyone else in the department has done, but they really focused on really making sure that we were paying attention to our operational procedures. And we were focusing on the regulations to make sure that our participants were being safe. We expanded the way that we were allocating lanes, expanded our staffing, and being able to expand staffing allowed us to expand hours at the facility, and then making sure that we were giving our customers timely notifications if we had an operational issue where we needed to close down the facility. We also hosted a multitude of different events here, like our Mermaid and Pirate Pool Party, other life jacket and water safety education programs, youth swim meets, and our annual duck dive and dip into summer events. And this facility experienced over 50,000 patrons coming into the swim center, which is a huge increase of participation into that facility, which makes it more known that this is a vital resource for our community to be able to cool down and have an active space to work out. Our special events and Village Fest team really reinforced civic pride, tourism, downtown activity, community connection, and making sure that we're sticking to the city's identity of like no place else. We supported over 200 plus citywide special events, co-sponsored events, and other different community activations. We provided planning, permitting, logistics, staffing, equipment coordination, public safety coordination, street closures, and post-event support for all of those 200 plus events. And those major events include big events that are bringing a lot of tourism into the city, like our Festival of Lights Parade, our Palm Springs Pride, Veterans Day Parade and Concert, Black History Parade and Town Fair, and then a multitude of other signature community events in town. Village Fest continued as a weekly downtown experience where we really connected with vendor coordination, and at times we were at full and at capacity with our Village Fest vendors, which is over 200 vendors a night every Thursday evening, and making sure that those vendors are operationally sound, they're in compliance with our rules and regulations for Village Fest. We're communicating with them because each one of them have their own unique needs, and we're also providing staff support to the Village Fest board. And our park maintenance division, making sure that our parks are safer, cleaner, and providing a more welcoming park system through daily care, skilled repairs, and responsive service. Over this past year, we completed a hydroseeding project at the City Hall Dog Park, and we also constructed 2 temporary dog parks to ensure that our public had access during the closures to a dog park location. We finally achieved full staffing in the maintenance division, which was really wonderful and really great to see. And we've also encouraged more training of that division. And so we supported certified playground safety inspector training. And after that training, we actually did some safety audits in our park system and noticed that some of our slides and a climber in one of our parks needed to be replaced. And so we worked with our vendors to ensure those were replaced and properly maintained for our community to enjoy. We also continue to increase maintenance of all of our ball fields in town to ensure our user groups have a great space for their leagues, their practices, and their tournaments. And we made a big effort to refreshing the downtown park with a new DG, decorative rock cleanups, and some new kind of rock foundations so that people can take pictures in front of Maryland in a safe manner. This team has really focused on data also over this past year, and so there are now daily and weekly maintenance logs, which includes a daily upkeep of our pressure washing, restroom, playground checks, fountain checks, trash removals, staging, and they also provide all maintenance for all of our 200+ events that we manage throughout the city. And this team does a phenomenal job working behind the scenes and out in the field and coordinating with all of our other different departments and ensuring that anything that we can't do, that our other departments are help providing those staff supports as well. And our project management, which you hear often during these meetings from our project manager, John Brickley, has added a multitude of new projects over the course of this year. So 32 new projects were added over this year, which is a 71% in growth volume. And you'll see more and more projects are continually to be added as we see more things that need to be fixed and improved in the park system. We currently have 56 active projects, which approximately encompasses about $40 million of projects that are being invested back into the park system. Over this past year, some key milestones included the new Ruth Hardy Park Playground. It's the temporary pickleball courts that are done at the temporary campus at College of the Desert, and that scoreboard replacement project at the Palm Springs Stadium. We also helped working with Public Art to manage several different public art installations in town, including the Pride Monument, lawn chair in the downtown park, the Dragonfly Bench in Sunrise Park, and Artscapes. That's 4 different parks throughout town. And then, of course, our daily communication for these bigger projects ongoing with Demuth Park, the improvements in Demuth Park, including the pickleball project, the swim center renovations, which will be forthcoming, and the playground renovation project at Desert Highland Park. So you'll see for this fiscal year, for everything that we do minus the capital projects is roughly about $12 million for our operating budget. And you'll see that spread out all throughout those different divisions. You'll see the largest division here is our recreation division with $5 million in our budget, but that actually is not only for administration, it also encompasses everything for the leisure center, the pavilion, and also special events, which actually eats up a huge majority of that budget. And so you'll see it all breaking out down by each division with tennis and pickleball about $160,000. The skate park facility, which we manage a third-party contract for management and operations of the skate park. Swim center operations is about $1.4 million for this year. Demuth Community Center is about $567,000. James L. Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center is about $1.2 million. Village Fest on its own is about $855,000. And the park maintenance division is about $2.4 million, and that's roughly because of our contract with our third-party landscape contractor, which manages more of the day-to-day operations of the maintenance in our parks. Some Measure J projects, which we did kick off mainly in this past year, but these are ongoing. Still working through with Public Works on the deferred maintenance project for the Palm Springs Stadium. We're working with the neighborhood organizations for the Trail Master Plan implementation along Tockwitz Creek. Working on a new permanent workout space in Ruth Hardy Park. Working with the neighborhood organization for the plan to be put in place for Barristo Park improvements. Public Works will be working on a new improvement of a new driveway access into the James O. Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center, and then a new public art piece to be placed at Demuth Park. And some other, this isn't a full listing of all of our capital projects, but just some things to be noted of is over this course of this next year, we'll be focusing on an aquatic and splash pad feasibility study of where we are going to be placing new splash pads for placement in the future. Victoria Park restroom upgrades, which are currently under construction now, working on new dog park location, trail maps and signage and informational kiosks in parks, which are already starting to be deployed near playgrounds, which will be a great opportunity for us to also promote everything that we have to offer. Some new equipment at the skate park, replacing the aging exercise equipment in the wellness park. Conceptual design, which you all reviewed and approved on for the downtown park a couple meetings ago. Now that the pickleball project will be completing, we know that we need to make some improvements with the tennis courts at Ruth Hardy Park, so putting plans in place for that in the future. A full replacement of all of our ball field fencing, which are deteriorating, and something that we definitely need to be making sure that we're maintaining and upkeeping. And a patio renovation that will be forthcoming at the Talkwoods Creek Golf Resort, and a future playground replacement, which will complete the playground replacements in Sunrise Park.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I don't recall that we agreed on a conceptual design for the amphitheater.
Correct, my mistake. You gave us direction for us to go back and give final comments, but we will bring back a final conceptual design for the downtown park amphitheater. Sorry, that's my bad on wording. And then over the course of this fiscal year, while we've made some really good strides on implementing the Parks and Recreation Master Plan, here are some key points that we will be focusing on in this fiscal year, which is going to be focusing on trailheads, on that informational signage. We need to make a connection with the tribe and making sure that we're highlighting their history and culture in our parks, promoting our existing multimodal loops and the CV link and everything that we do, expand tree planting with more native tree species, adopting new program classification methodology for the way that we actually program and do everything with our classes and our events. Conduct regular surveys for park user satisfaction so we can get data from our users who utilize our parks. And create a criteria to prioritize asset lifecycle replacements within the park maintenance division, and collaborate with health organizations to address other fitness gaps in town. And so as we look ahead over this next fiscal year, we will continue to really focus on the master plan as our guiding document to focus on all of our advancing our key capital priorities. We will be finalizing the Demuth Pickleball Project, which we are very excited for, as well as our Demuth Park Improvements Project, which will come later this year. Strengthen our park maintenance systems with our different software tools to making sure that we're keeping track of all of our assets. Expand aquatics programming, grow other recreation programming, continue to modernize our admin systems, and deepen partnerships with outside organizations like the Parks Foundations, like community organizations, the school district, and other city departments. And we want to make sure that we're just leveling up the way that we are providing service to our community. And that was our theme for our professional development day this year, was level up.
You're kidding.
No.
That's our theme at Modernism Week.
Oh, well, we had it first.
No, because I was already like playing the Sierra song every time somebody would
That's
say it.
funny. But yes, we will continue to level up over the course of this year. So that concludes our update on the year in review. Give you a brief little update of our current budget for this fiscal year, as well as some of our projects, but I'm happy to answer any other questions if you have them. Sure.
In the beginning of your presentation, you called it the fiscal year in review and said there was an annual report. Is that available for us to look at?
Not yet, so we are finalizing that. So this is a summary of what will be included in that annual report.
Okay.
Yep.
So you'll give it to us before our meeting in September?
Yes.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I have another question.
Sure.
You were talking about signage at trailheads, and the Sustainability Commission is talking about adding bike racks to the trailheads. So, is that being coordinated with us?
I didn't know that,
Well,
but we will.
things are in flux at the Sustainability Commission. I was just telling John that there are 9 new commissioners on the 11th commission board. So they're probably just trying to get their act together right now, so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Do you have a update for us on what we said we wanted to get done with the master plan last year and where we are with that? Like what did get completed, what didn't get completed, and what's moving forward?
Yeah, I presented that a couple meetings ago, but I can share the updated document.
Cool.
You just want that spreadsheet?
Yes, exactly.
And what hasn't been done will get pushed over to this year? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
What's that? Well, yeah, depends on what the task is, but yeah.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
pushed over to 2030?
Not hopefully.
It's next year or 5 years, there's no in between.
Right, I know, right? That's it.
Fabulous updates.
Yeah.
Thanks. Continue?
So I'm like, keep going,
All right.
dude. I see what the agenda says, and I'm like, okay.
All right, here are some upcoming events. So we still have that ongoing partnership with the Surf Club until August 10th, so Locals Mondays. So we are encouraging people to come and participate in that. And then we also have an upcoming dive-in movie on August 15th at the Swim Center where we will be showing hoppers. This Saturday, we have our back-to-school backpack drive and resource fair at the Leisure Center. So this will be held from 11 to 3 p.m. It's a free community event where we will be providing backpacks, school supplies, free haircuts, community resources, and a pool party for students to take advantage and use the swim center. This is open for students in TK through 12th grade. And as of this morning, we had over 350 people registered for this event, and we're still taking registration. So this is a really important event for our community, and we're asking everybody to come out and have a fun day with us.
Nick, can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
I did reach out to Jarvis about volunteering. I didn't necessarily hear back. He's very busy. I understand that. Should I just assume that the times I told him that I can come work?
Yes, and we'll connect with you afterwards also.
I
Yeah.
think
no
I actually had a backpack meeting today and he mentioned your name.
Okay.
So I'll ask him to reach out to you.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, he knows how to find me, but
Yeah.
it's something out there, so.
We'll make sure, yeah.
Also, on the last slide, it said registration was closed, but it isn't.
Yes, registration's still ongoing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and we've also designated if there are certain time slots that are full and people still show up the day of, we have a separate kind of enough backpacks and other supplies at the end. So we're going to ask people to come back at the end so that we can make sure that people still get some giveaways from us. We have a partnership with the Vintage Market, so their next event it will be on Sunday, August 2nd in the pavilion. So this is a popular community market which offers a fun shopping experience while supporting small businesses. And so they will be in the pavilion on Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Forever or just that one?
No, they're here all summer, I think through October, if I remember correctly.
It's just the first Saturday
It's
or
the
Sunday
first Sunday of the
month.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and through
We'll go back outside once it gets cool.
Yeah.
They're just there for the
for the summer.
summer.
We
Vintage Market hates me, but that's fine.
Okay, so we have our,
It must be a story.
we have an outside organizer, which is the Wanderlust Food Truck Festival, which is doing the weekly food truck festival in Sunrise Park on Saturday evenings. This is still ongoing, and so we invite the community to come out. They started June 20th, and this is ongoing. They've had a really good success, and they roughly get between 1,500 to 2,000 1,000 people every Saturday evening. So even when it's hot out, the food trucks are really thriving here. And it's something that's activating our park. It is from 6 to 10 p.m. on Saturdays. And this is in the Ramon parking lot adjacent to the Mizell Senior Center. Starting on Tuesday, August 4th, we have a new basketball skill development class starting up, which is called Lace Up Academy, which will be held at the James O. Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center. This is for ages 8 to 10 and 11 to 14, which helps young athletes grow their confidence, teamwork, and the love of basketball. Also starting on Wednesday, August 5th, so starting next week, we will kick back up our after-school programming at the James O. Jesse Center. This is for kids K through 12 and will run Monday through Thursday from 2:30 to 6 p.m. The program offers action-packed activities and completely free homework help to everybody that participates in this program. And starting on Monday, August 10th, we will start our 4 Kids Only program at the Leisure Center. This is our after-school recreation program where we provide a safe, engaging, and enriching environment where students can complete homework, build friendships, and participate in a variety of recreational, educational, and creative activities each afternoon. One thing that's really also unique about this program is we do transport and pick up from the school sites. So we offer an opportunity where we go out, pick up from select schools, and bring them to the Leisure Center. So it allows working families to ensure that their kids still have a safe space to go after school. As I mentioned earlier, on Saturday, August 15th, we have our next dive-in movie, which will be showing Hoppers at the Swim Center. Open swim will start at 7 p.m. and then the movie starts at dusk. And on Saturday, August 29th, we have our end of summer glow-in-the-dark pool party for all ages. So get ready to glow, ditch the screens for a night of neon energy featuring glowing water, high energy games, and interactive fun under the desert stars. So grab your brightest swimwear and get ready to light up the night for this free event.
So the pool's gonna be glowing?
We will have some glow stuff in the pool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
On Friday, September 4th, we have our Kick It to Win It event at the James O. Jesse Center, where we are partnering with the Fire Foundation. This will bring residents together for a friendly kickball game with local firefighters while promoting community engagement, recreation, and wellness. Saturday, September 19th, we are showing a special viewing of Jaws at the Swim Center. So guests are invited to enjoy a free outdoor screening of this movie while relaxing poolside, complete with popcorn, treats, giveaways, and a fun community atmosphere. Viewer discretion is advised, but this is a PG-rated movie.
Which Meredith has never seen.
I've actually never seen it either.
Oh, there you go.
I know.
Gotta go.
There's a reason I've never seen it.
Our Pee Wee Rec program will also kick off this month in August, so designed for preschool age children. This is our Tiny Tot program where children learn through play, exploration, and hands-on experiences. We are already taking registration for this program, so if anybody's looking to register, please sign up because spaces fill up really fast. And that concludes our upcoming special events.
There's no discussion items, I see. Okay. I thought you said we were skipping that one, yes? Okay.
Yes, we need to table item 8A. Staff are not ready to bring that forward, so we'll bring that back at a future meeting. I think we need a vote. We do need a vote to table that to the next meeting.
Motion to table the facility rental application and guidelines. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
We're just all so helpful today.
And we'll go ahead and do a roll call vote for that. Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya.
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz.
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont.
Yes.
Commissioner Ferguson.
Yes.
Commissioner Fine.
Yeah.
Commissioner Finland.
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips. Yes. Thank you. Motion approved.
Okay, this is the air quality policy and standard operating procedure. The reason why we are bringing forward this for commission approval is we've now standardized a policy of when we will close down the swim center due to air quality. Previously, if the air quality had reached anything above 150, we were taking the South Coast Air Quality Management District's guidelines and closing down the facility, but we actually don't close any other facility. And so the reason why we were doing that previously is because patrons can overexert themselves in water. But we were actually getting a lot of upset patrons who utilize the swim center, who wanted the opportunity and the choice to go ahead and still exercise and still, utilize the facility. But we don't close pickleball courts, we don't close athletic fields, we don't close any other programming. And so now what this is this puts guidelines for staff, which says that we will put signage up saying the air quality is unhealthy. We may modify our programs, but general day-to-day use of the facility for use of the swim lanes for just general lap swim can still be utilized. Now, if it does reach essentially a really unhealthy guideline, a very unhealthy or a hazardous condition, we will still close the facility. Or if we're seeing particles in the air of other matter, we will definitely close it. Like other smoke or debris or ash, we will definitely close it. But this essentially allows our patrons to still utilize the facility at their own use. So we are asking for the commission to approve this policy and procedure.
So section C, number 5. What's that sentence supposed to finish?
Oh, is available.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, I thought I corrected that.
As long as that's,
Yeah, so it still requires that even when.
that's fine, it just didn't end, so.
Sorry.
If we can just make sure that's fixed in the final.
Yes.
So we need a motion to approve that they can use it. Okay.
Approve the policy.
I'll, motion to approve the policy.
A second.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do a roll call vote. Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner Dupont,
Yes.
Commissioner Ferguson, Commissioner Fine,
Yes.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, this next item is approving pickleball court guidelines. So we are now getting ready to open the new Demuth Park pickleball courts, which expands courts to 22 courts at Demuth Park, which will open later this summer. We've met with the Pickleball Ad Hoc Committee on multiple occasions. We reviewed these latest guidelines, and now we are requesting approval from the commission. These will be guidelines that will be posted on signage on our website, on our new registration system for pickleball.
So there is a new registration system to reserve courts, or,
Yes, there will be.
okay. Because I saw that in here and I was like, what, since when? Okay, good.
Yeah, there will be, courts will be available for reservation after 11 a.m. daily, and from 11 to 3, and then one court available after 3. So is an opportunity for the city to get some additional revenue. And so you'll be able to go through a separate registration system, reserve courts if you want to have guaranteed court usage, and have that for available for play.
Otherwise, people would show up and still use the paddle system, yes?
It'll be a paddle system, yes.
Yeah.
Paddle
Yeah.
saddle.
Paddle saddle,
There you go.
yes. Yeah, it's the paddle saddle system,
So you're charging for the reservations, is that what I'm hearing?
only for during a certain time period to guarantee court use. From
Is there
11 to 3.
cushion between reservations, like, people need to be off at the time they're, or is there 5 minutes in between reservation times just to give people,
The reservations are an hour long.
On the hour.
okay, and once their time's up, they're off, they're not, because
And there's gonna be some ambassadors there that are gonna help people kind of going through the system and.
Correct.
And another question, so courts may not be held by one person, so that means somebody can't go in right when they open and just hold courts, right?
Correct.
Does that include instructors as well?
Correct. There's a line in here that says only instructors authorized by the city of Palm Springs may provide lessons on the courts. So only those that we have agreements with would be able to provide lessons. No unauthorized teaching is allowed.
Okay, but they still couldn't come in and just block off that's, okay. Thank you.
Correct, and we will have that set up in
Misha
our.
knows what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're saying now. Yes, and those will be blocked off in our system in advance.
Perfect, thank you.
I have a question about I heard you say it, but I was reading it, so I didn't fully retain it, but the times that it's available to, reserve the court, is that gonna be, in here or somewhere that people are clear? I'm sure you're gonna do signage on there, but just, if this is going anywhere, should be on there, 'cause I
Yes, good question. There will be a separate sign that'll be for court reservations. The sign here is for court hours and use is for courts are available from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And all of that is during open play, basically 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Courts will then be able to be reserved from 11 to 3. And then after 3, there will still be one court in each skill level that will be able to be reserved. So that if you still want to have your own kind of designated court after 3, you still have the ability to do that.
Thank you.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounded great.
I may be missing it, but are there consequences for not following the rules? Is that documented anywhere, or would it just revert to the code of conduct?
It will revert to the code of conduct. Good question.
Move to approve?
I'll second.
Alrighty, thank you for that motion, and thank you, roll call vote. Chair Moralia?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya?
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer?
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams?
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz?
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont? Yes. Commissioner Ferguson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fine?
Yes.
Commissioner Finland?
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips?
Yes.
Motion approved. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going through this. Okay, so this item, every new fiscal year, we go through our current ad hoc committees and decide if we need to adjust or create new or dissolve some of our committees. So here are the current 5 ad hoc committees that are currently set up under the commission and kind of what they each do. But I'll turn it over to you all to have an open discussion of what you would like to do with ad hocs.
I have questions. The pickleball is going to kind of get wrapped up soon, and I'm wondering if we should make the pickleball ad hoc about the water features make it about what we're going to try to do with water in the parks. Is that worth doing? Is that worth having an ad hoc for?
I mean, that's up to you all, but I would say you don't turn the ad hoc committee into something else, dissolve it and
Maybe we
create
include
new.
it with it, just because we won't be, what will we be doing with pickleball after we finish this?
Dissolve it.
No, we would dissolve pickleball and create a new one.
Right, that's what I'm saying, the new one, could it be about water? Because we're talking about bringing water features to these parks, and we don't have any committee that focuses on that or does anything like that.
I feel like it would fall under master plan and park enhancements.
Well, okay.
It does, but we have Arts Commission with that, we have park and playgrounds with that. I mean, we have a lot of people on it, we could.
Well, the thing that I want to clarify, which I was going to do when we got to our section, but I just want to make sure that, so ad hoc committees are meant to be project specific and they're meant to be temporary. Sometimes we can run a fine line between moving into a standing committee, which has different rules, especially relative to Brown Act, requires minutes, it requires staff, resources. So I just want to make sure as we're going through these that we are keeping that in mind, that if we are at a point with these specific ad hocs, where we feel like we've accomplished what they were set up for, that would be the time to say, okay, this is worth dissolving. The reason I was gonna do that at my section is, so for one, master plan did get rolled in, but master plan has been completed, and we initially rolled it in just to kind of oversee, especially with all the changes that we had in our department, just to make sure that we were there to support. So like the master plan portion of it, for example, I would probably look to you guys to say, hey, I think we can dissolve this. For park enhancements, that initially was the oversight of the playground enhancements. And so we're kind of at the tail end of that, and that it required us to kind of look at the design elements. And I think as we kind of move towards wrapping that up, or towards the last few parks where there's a level of consistency. We have project manager overseeing it. He's doing a great job. I would also move to dissolve that.
Okay.
And then the art portion, we opened it up to the commission. So I'm working with the vice chair on the arts commission to do surveys and walk through the parks, and that would allow all of us to participate. So I don't think that needs to be in an ad hoc as well. So I think that if we want something that we think, probably take some time to think about it, if we think there should be a standing committee, again, keep in mind that that would have a different set of rules. But I'm just putting that out there.
It doesn't have to
because
be a standing committee, but I just feel like there's such a need for water in our parks.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that would be a really good thing to work towards, trying to find out where these new splash pads can go. Maybe there needs to be some community input and things like that, or maybe we work with Parks Foundation on that. So that could be like a new direction for park enhancements. It's just not the playground, it's still enhancing the parks.
My recommendation would be, it's a good idea, that it should be a discussion that we have. Maybe premature to create an ad hoc, but if we get to a point where we want to solicit input from the community, that would be a good time to form one and then kind of move from there. But it's a good idea.
When is the feasibility study?
It'll be sometime this year.
Okay. Because obviously we can't do anything
No,
unless we
I
know
know,
if it
without it.
can actually happen.
Yeah. I just love the idea of water in our parks.
Well, yeah. So does the
Better than
whole
hell.
city.
Is there a discussion around our pool? We're just comparing our pool. I know that we're gonna put some work into it, to the facilities that Palm Desert Aquatic Center offers for families. It's got all the fun, cool stuff in there, rock climbing walls and all that stuff. Is that part of that discussion where we can add water features to our pool as well as in other parks?
Yeah, that would be the intent of the feasibility study, to look at our current amenity, being the swim center, see if there's any stuff that we can do there, but then also look at expansion into our other parks. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, just to kind of finish off with master plan and park enhancements, I would ask for a motion to dissolve if people are on the same page with me.
A motion for what?
To dissolve the ad hoc,
Master plan?
the master plan and park enhancements.
That was brought up when as the master plan was being adopted. The chair of the ad hoc committee suggested we dissolve it, and my feeling was that the master plan's been adopted, but the implementation of the master plan continues on. And I think there's still a need to have a master plan committee. Ad hoc is fine, it doesn't need to be a standing committee, but I still feel there's a need for the master plan committee to stay in place. Unless we're done implementing, we're never gonna do anything again. But I don't think that's.
Could we move it to just like as needed meetings to see if we need it in the future, rather than a standing meeting?
As an ad hoc committee, you don't have regular meetings. You just meet when things are, like the dog park committee doesn't meet all the time.
Yeah, they meet
Every
fourth
month.
Thursday at noon.
Yeah, we meet every month.
Fourth Thursday at noon.
Whatever, just my thoughts.
My thought is that during implementation, so we have the initial meeting at the beginning of the year where we review the master plan, where we stand, and then the updates during the year where we share the spreadsheet or we review the spreadsheet. Implementation goes through, I mean, what's the year? It's a long master plan. So I feel like that turns into a standing meeting essentially, because it's really implementations for several years. And I don't want to take the conversations away from us as the commission as a whole, because we do have the capacity to discuss it during our meetings if we do have concerns. We can always ask for, if you have a specific concern or you're hearing feedback, to ask for the discussion to be added to an agenda to the next meeting or future meeting. But I do think it's something that we can, if we have concerns or if we want to review it, we can do it as a commission as a whole. I don't see the value or the use of the ad hoc, or see it how it will continue to play a role when staff and department is working on that implementation piece.
Yes, Steph, how beneficial is it to have them meeting monthly for you at this point?
We've already been meeting monthly about the master plan. We haven't met about master plan in months.
Yeah, we haven't met in a few months.
Yeah. Mostly just dealing with art in the parks and trying to now wanting to, maybe scour to see new places that we could put art in the parks, which to me, that should be what I think there still should be an ad hoc on that. Because I don't think that's finished yet. I still feel like that could be a different, we always wanted something that would maybe bring the Arts Commission with the Parks and Rec Commission for arts in the park. So maybe there could be an arts in the park, art in the park ad hoc committee that just works with Gary and that.
Would that just be park enhancements? Like, couldn't you guys just kind of focus on that since the master plan's done?
Maybe, could it be park, so I know your concern is that we don't want it to be park enhancements and then be an ongoing park enhancement,
Yeah,
park
it
enhancement.
would
So
need to
maybe
be
we need to
projects.
call it something else, a different ad hoc, to create a new ad hoc.
I don't see a need to do that. I think if we want to take master plan off that ad hoc committee and just call it park enhancements, then that's a catch-all, and it catches everything like the water and that you're talking about and art in the park. And I think park enhancements is probably the best way to go because it's pretty broad. So if we wanted to vote to have the ad hoc committee be modified to just say park enhancements instead of master plan and park enhancements, then maybe that's what we should do. And then as things come up, there's a committee for it.
But see, so my concern is if it's park enhancements and it's a catch-all, it's never gonna end. It's not project specific, so that takes us out of compliance.
Yeah, I
It would
get
have
your
to be a
point.
standing committee.
Well, then let's dissolve it.
And I think if it comes up, if there is a need for it, we
Then we
can
make a new
have a
one.
discussion.
Or make a
doing
new ad
standing
hoc.
committee. Yeah, or doing an ad hoc.
I'm confused as to why that's a problem when we have like golf and dog park ad hocs that are forever ongoing.
Eternal.
So why would park enhancements be a problem?
Dog park, my understanding is that that is specific to the development of the dog parks. And once we get past those, that ad hoc would be dissolved.
Dog Park was newly created, oh my gosh. Oh, no, it wasn't created.
No, it's been
It's-
here
it's
for a
been for
very long.
6 years, 8 years, right, Jody? I mean, I don't know.
Very
I
long.
think that's where the confusion is because the other ad hocs we have are very much ongoing.
Yeah.
So is that a problem or is the,
Golf
or
was
the
new.
other?
Golf was new and newly created. But yet, you're bringing up a good point. Yes, it is a problem because they just turn into standing committees.
Yeah. Because I think that's where the disconnect there is
I
that the other ones are a problem then.
Yeah.
If that one's going to be a problem. Because the park enhancements just make sense if it's going to continue on the same path as the golf and the dog park.
I will say, I think for some of the,
Is there a restaurant going on?
oh, it's outside.
Out these double doors.
Thank you so much.
I lost my train of thought.
I wasn't sure if it was for him or the dog. There's grass outside.
I think also too, staff has made some really good strides with some of the key community members in each of these groups.
Yep.
So it doesn't preclude us from still making sure that we're having community meetings and discussing with some of those members that are really vocal about some of these issues. So that's already happening outside of the normal monthly meetings. So that may be something for you all to consider also, that, you know, we're already kind of doing that and having ongoing regular communication with community.
Would it be, what about an idea to create an ad hoc committee that would work hand in hand with the Parks Foundation?
I would think that would be a standing committee.
Well, they're a standing group, but maybe we could just, while they're getting themselves up and going, maybe it would be nice to have a few commissioners that can meet with them, have conversations with them directly about what they're doing and how we can be helpful.
How often do you guys meet with them? Every month?
Nisha and I meet with them monthly, yeah.
Would you want to have a couple of commissioners with you on that as an ad hoc, or do you think that would help?
I mean, it can,
But would it be an ad hoc or would it be a standing commission?
right, yeah. I mean, if
Well,
it's ongoing.
I'll give you an example. I was on the Library Foundation Board a couple years ago, and we had monthly meetings. And in those meetings would be all the foundation members, board members, plus Jeannie Kays, the library director, plus the chair of the library trustees, plus the chair of the Friends of the Library. So in that meeting was anybody that had anything to do with the library. And so when we have the foundation meetings, they all heard the same thing at the same time. And then would report back, the trustee would report back to the trustees, and the Friends would report back to the Friends board. And so we were all on the same page moving forward, and that was before they closed the library for the renovations, and so they still have monthly meetings and the same people still participate, and so it's just a win-win for everybody, because then there's no misunderstandings, and I didn't do this, or I didn't hear that, or, so maybe that's a good idea to have somebody on the commission who goes to those meetings.
Have they finished their board formation? I mean, they only had 3 board members
No,
the
they have
last time.
4
Do
now,
they
or
now
5,
have
right?
more?
Yeah, they have
Well, it's
Six
a
or
work in
seven?
progress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have 6 or 7 board members.
okay, so they're fully staffed, if you will, or close.
Close, yeah.
I mean, I just was thinking, because, you bring, we bring up what's going on with the ad hocs when we do ad hoc meetings, reviews, and if we have a couple of commissioners on that with them, then they can report back to everyone what the foundation's working on, unless you just want that to be your responsibility to continue to update everyone. But, it's just an idea to further enhance them in some ways, maybe.
Does anybody else have any thoughts about that? No?
Well, I just think they want
Too
to
many
bring
thoughts.
water to the parks, and I'm just like, anything we can do to get water in the parks, I'm just like all for it, so.
Bounced around a little bit. Are we getting rid of any ad hocs?
Thank you.
We're figuring that out yet.
I mean, I'm sure there are
Should we
some we'd
scratch
like
them
to
all
get
and
rid
start
of.
over? You want to just scratch them all and start over?
Which ones do you want to get rid of?
Are
I
there any
mean,
that we
how do
can-
you feel, do you feel we still need the dog park ad hoc? Or obviously Demuth Park is gonna happen. The issue is that we know that there's going to be another potential dog park, and so if that happens, we're immediately then going to need another ad hoc.
I think you should keep the dog.
So
park.
that one kind of
But I
seems
think we
like
have
we
to
need
just
to
keep it
right?
until
I mean,
that
it's
happens.
just-
Yeah,
I would keep-
Golf is obviously
Golf, you
new.
need-
I would like to add Jackie to that. I know she's on Zoom, unless she actually has to be here for that. Although I was put on it when I wasn't here, so.
Correct.
I was, so I'm
You
putting
are.
Jackie on it. I think that'd be a really good addition for us, obviously. As she was, if you guys don't know, she was a big part of the community members that came in and talked and joined us for that reason.
It says we have a vacancy for dog park. I don't think we need a 3rd commissioner on it unless somebody has a burning desire to be on it.
Someone loves dogs?
Two is fine.
They're a good group.
And the swim center, I don't think we can get rid of that because there's so much stuff going on with swim center right now. There's not?
But Swim Center hasn't
Yeah.
had,
If you look at the role
Yeah,
that's
we haven't
listing
had
there,
a-
it's more of a standing committee with the roles that's
Then let's,
defined there.
then swim
as-
center, let's do.
But we do have the new project coming along, so that's gonna, I would think,
Got a thumbs up from Jackie. We're good.
Well, maybe when the project starts up, then you make the ad hoc if that's needed at that time, and maybe we
I
would dissolve
would
the
agree.
swim center
Yeah,
right now.
me too.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, bye-bye swim center. Wait, do we have to vote on that? How do we?
We will, we'll do
I
it
mean,
at the end.
pickleball, I don't really think we can get rid of that yet. I think we have to see pickleball through.
do,
Yeah, we need to see it
then
through.
the 6 months.
It's almost there, we're at the,
Hopefully.
right there, I can just see
Once the
it.
22 courts are open,
So then, are we also dissolving master plan? That was the other
Well,
conversation we were
I
having.
think we are dissolving master plan. The question is, can we keep park enhancements, or are we, but if we can't, then I guess we
My
can't.
recommendation would be to dissolve both, and then if a need comes up for one, just make it a specific ad hoc to
Okay.
whatever it is.
Okay. Okay.
But since I brought it to you, I don't.
I
think
thought there was
can
one more
share it.
playground we're in the middle of doing. One, there is, right, John?
Yeah,
Sunrise.
but John.
we only have
John doesn't need
Sunrise
that.
left.
Desert
right?
Island.
He's got it.
But-
Sunrise is
But
left.
that, we don't really need an ad hoc for that, because it's all happening and it's
He's
done.
keeping
Yeah.
it consistent with the other projects, like we're.
John's the man, okay.
Mr. Ad hoc.
Mr. Ad
We didn't
hoc.
have John when we farmed like 90%.
You know what, that's the thing, it's like you have these ad hocs and now it's all getting done. Well, that's a good reflection on this department, I will tell you. That's a reflection on you guys doing a great job, that we don't need the ad hocs.
So right now, we're saying keep dog park, keep golf, keep pickleball for now. Get rid of master plan and park enhancements and get rid of swim center.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
I just want to make one last comment about master plan and park enhancements. If you read the description, it's an ongoing project. It's ongoing. It doesn't end because the master plan was adopted. So, I would still vote no on that because of the way it reads. Don't prioritize and advance implementation of the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. That's ongoing.
I understand that, but if you guys are telling me you haven't met for months, what's happening?
I don't know why we haven't met for months.
I don't either. I'm not on it.
Well, here's the thing, okay, I'm just gonna say, I kind of hear what you're saying, Nancy, because we are trying to put in, fix up the Ruth Hardy Park. There's gonna be, the tennis courts are being considered this year, that the pad that we're gonna do for working out, new equipment in the, maybe that's where the park enhancements is focusing right now on the Ruth Hardy changes going on, because and maybe we should be meeting on that since we're close to putting a pad in, aren't we, soon, right? But anything needs to be done with it, or no, it's just gonna, so there's nothing to meet on there, nothing, I guess there's nothing to meet, right?
It's already.
Well, I like hanging with you, but I'm sorry that our thing's gonna be.
Hang out.
I know, of course, just kidding.
Just teasing.
It's our ad hoc together. No, I get what you're saying, because we don't meet, we haven't met, we haven't needed to.
Is there something that's you're not getting, or that you'd like to see from the departments at our commission meetings, or that would address some of the concern that you have? Like,
I'm just suggesting that everybody read what it says there. This is an ongoing committee. This is, we review the community needs, and the proposed park enhancements and the updates on projects, and isn't that part of being a commission? Is to be up to speed on what's going on with the master plan and how the department is doing.
Yeah, but how is this ad hoc doing more than
Than
what
this
Nick,
meeting,
than our
yeah.
staff is doing for us?
Yeah.
Because,
Needing a middleman.
yeah, we don't, it doesn't seem like we need the middleman right now.
Unless you feel that there's a need for something within that realm that Nancy just mentioned, that you think there needs to be some focus.
Well, I understand what Nancy is mentioning, but I also understand, everybody else as a group. I do also want to point out that we do now have an agendized item that says commissioner comments and requests. And that can be an opportunity that as you're hearing information from me or the community of things that may not be happening to your liking as part of the department operations, like you can utilize that as an opportunity to say, actually, we need to create X as an ad hoc in the future. So I want to point that out because that could still be something, even if you're dissolving some of these, that you can say, actually, we probably shouldn't have dissolved it. Let's get back into that, or let's see that this is an actual big issue that we need to address in the future and create an ad hoc down the line. So that could be something that may help in the future, is that as we're still having more conversations of where we are on the master plan process or some of these other big projects, that you could give us kind of advise us to create some more ad hocs in the future to fulfill those needs or requirements.
Okay.
We're all looking at you to make sure that makes you happy.
Well, I'm just thinking, if we dissolve the ad hoc committees, then we just become a rubber stamp to whatever the staff wants to do. And I think that one of the purposes of a commission is to be a partner with staff. And if we dissolve these ad hocs, especially the master plan park enhancements ad hoc, then why are we meeting?
I think we can do that in the meeting.
Right, that's what most of us, I think, are confused as to why we still need the ad hoc when we can talk about this in the commission meeting.
Well,
Is there, in that ad hoc, that master plan and park enhancement ad hoc committee meeting, is that ad hoc committee regularly meeting with the public, like pickleball,
Dog park,
pool,
right.
dog park, to get input from the community? And if not, then I can see that would go away. However, so I can see that. I can see her point as well.
Yeah.
But if we're not directly holding meetings and getting input from the community regarding that, I mean, we have this meeting here, then I agree with abolishing it or whatever you want to call it. But as things come up, creating another ad hoc, if the water thing is huge, and I'm still gonna continue to every meeting say we need to build another park to service our underserved population at the end of Sunrise for all of our low-income housing, trailer parks, etc. Up there, there's that land, and I'm gonna say that every time. And when we finally get to a point, because I know it's gonna happen, because if it doesn't, my brain's gonna explode over here. So then we can have an ad hoc maybe for that particular park. But I can see, I totally see where you're at, but if it's not getting direct input from the public and we're not hosting meetings in the public, then I think we could abolish that ad hoc committee. That's just my opinion.
which is why I had suggested that maybe we make one, we have some commissioners with the Parks Foundation so that we are, because.
But that's not the same thing as, that's not this, under the same title as what that statement, what
Right,
that.
but they are talking about water in the
Right,
parks
so
and
we could
things like
create another ad hoc for that.
that. And like for the pickleball, I mean, we've been so involved, like we've been involved with pickleball. And the truth is that you could, to me, you could have handled you're like, so, you know everything, you're pretty great at your job. So like, you didn't, no, what I'm saying is that, but Michael and I being on the, there was a lot of conversation and we talked a lot of things and we had ideas and we shared them, which would be too much to do in a meeting here. So
Right, because like this conversation right now is a very long conversation regarding whether we should add, and it's important.
Right.
It is important.
Right.
But we could be doing this all night with each particular
Right, but
thing.
what, like,
Yeah.
to what Nancy said is that it's being involved. It's being involved more than you coming in and giving us an update on pickleball. We've been involved with the conversation and hearing the people and bouncing ideas. So I do think there is an element of need for that, Nancy, which is that's what I agree with. But I also understand that we're not doing that with this. So
this particular ad hoc committee has failed in its mission to do what it was designed to do. So sure, let's abolish it, because we're not doing anything. So sure, let's do it, because clearly, none of the people on this commission, on this ad hoc committee are doing what the ad hoc committee is supposed to be doing, so it becomes moot. Let's just get rid of it. If we're not willing to do the work, let's just get rid of it.
Well, we've done the work for park enhancements. We've done that. I mean, I know
It's ongoing. Park enhancements didn't end yesterday.
No, but we,
It just got.
I think that's the problem, was just the wording in that, like, it should have been like for the master plan or something like that, and then that would kind of fix this in general.
here's my question. Is there a need for just a master plan ad hoc at this time that people would meet and go through is there a need for that? Because if there's a need for that, if there's a need for community, then we should have a, just for that alone. But I don't know what there is to do with that at this point, to make those meetings. So I don't know that that's really failing. I just think there isn't anything to discuss.
Every time we have met historically, we've reviewed the timeline. Staff and the department has met their deadlines. They've been ahead of deadlines.
Fabulous.
You know, it's.
There was no need for us to sit down and meet for any
And
reason.
hear the update when we get the updates in our meeting. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Right.
Could I suggest that it just become park enhancements and it becomes more of an ad hoc to work with the
Parks
Friends of the
Foundation.
Parks and that kind of thing?
Or to allow the Park Foundation to say, listen, if you would like, we could put an ad hoc together, if you would like some, if you want to have some of the commissioners involved with your, more involved with you. And that could be an ad hoc there, because at least there'll be communication.
So can we have that communication with the foundation and bring that forward next time, but dissolve these two and add Jackie?
Yes.
So I so move what I just said.
You have to do.
Thank you.
You have to do it one by
Darn it.
one.
We're gonna go individually,
Oh, my
because there's
goodness.
differing actions here.
I tried.
So the first action is going to be to dissolve master plan and park enhancements with, someone help me.
Just dissolve.
Just dissolve it completely, right? Okay, so the first action is going to be, I need a motion to dissolve master plan and park enhancements.
I make a motion to dissolve master plan and park enhancements.
And we're gonna vote on that.
Somebody did. I heard a second down there.
And we're gonna do a roll call vote on that, so Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya.
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont.
Yes.
Commissioner Ferguson,
No.
Commissioner Fine,
Yes.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. One opposed. Next action is the swim center, dissolving of the swim center.
What are we dissolving?
Swim center.
center.
You got this?
Roll call vote for dissolving the swim center ad hoc. Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams, Commissioner Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont. Yes. Commissioner Ferguson,
No.
Commissioner Fine,
Yes.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes with one opposed. Okay. We still have dog park, golf, and pickleball.
Add.
But you gotta add
Commissioner
to, yeah.
Bowman to golf.
You voting?
Do we need a motion?
I don't think we vote on
Oh, okay.
that. I think we can add her without voting
Gotcha.
on that one.
And then I think I heard creates a new ad hoc on park enhancements, which will be focusing on,
The Parks Foundation.
Do we want to talk to the foundation before we create this ad hoc?
oh, I understand.
See if they
Sorry.
need it first? And then we
Want
can,
to, yeah.
Yeah.
and then we
Or
can
do
create
we
it next.
want it?
I mean,
Because
I
we
kind
want
of
it.
feel like,
Exactly,
I feel like there,
Exactly, it's not their
I
choice.
think we
Right.
should know what's they're doing and what their plans are to do, because they work in unison with us, and I think that.
Well, they're not working in unison with us, that's why we.
Well, they are working with Nick.
Yeah.
Well, that's not us as a
Right.
commission.
Right, that's-
He's paid to do his job.
Right.
I'm direct. Why am
Yeah,
I
no,
gonna
you're
dance
right.
around it, right? I mean, I'm not knocking
do you wanna-
anybody, I'm
I
just
think
saying,
it's
of course he
important that
is.
there is some commission
Important enough to make a
involvement with the
motion?
Parks and Foundation.
Important enough to make a motion?
I make a motion.
There we go.
That we add an ad hoc.
That's all we needed.
Parks Foundation ad hoc.
Parks Foundation ad hoc?
Mhm.
I second it.
Second, Diaz.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And we will do a roll call vote on the creation of the Parks Foundation ad hoc. Chair Moralia,
Yep.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bishop Williams,
Yeah, sure.
Commissioner Diaz,
Yes.
Commissioner DuPont,
Yes.
Commissioner Ferguson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fine,
Yes.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
And we need to assign commissioners to this ad hoc now. So we
I'm looking
recommend
that way.
up to 3 commissioners.
How many do we need? 3?
We recommend
Up
up to
to
3.
three.
I'll do it.
Doesn't have to be.
I would like to be on that.
Me and Meredith.
There we go.
Well, I know all the ladies
I'm
and
happy
the
to be
man there.
part of it, as long as, you guys all always meet during a day when I'm working, but
Well, we've
I'm
been
happy to
doing
be part of it.
Zooms. Is there a time that's good for you?
there's never a good time, you just tell me when you're gonna do it and I'll try to make time and.
Okay, because I love
Yep.
the way we do it, the
It is
Zoom.
a standing meeting right now. It's third.
Well, but now that we have commissioners, we're gonna have to discuss all that.
I like it on the Zoom like
Sure.
we do the pickleball and the everything. That's the greatest way to do
Sorry,
it.
Ferguson, Fine, and Diaz.
You want to be on it, right?
I wanna at least hear us.
But we have 2 new commissioners with no ad hoc.
Ladies,
What do you got? So we have a vacancy
said,
on Dog Park. The vacancy on golf has now been filled. We have a vacancy on pickleball.
You don't
You don't have to.
What was it, pickleball or
There'll be
Pickleball or dog park.
opportunities.
you don't have to do it, don't
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, you don't
You
have
don't
to.
have to
And-
do either
Lisa,
one.
and you can
I'm
always
just-
start another different ad hoc
Yeah,
that
yeah.
creates that you're excited about.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do pickleball.
I'm not a dog person, so. I have a dog, and to be honest, I hate the dog part, so.
Oh, well, then you should. You should.
I agree.
Perfect person.
This dog park right here, my dog has been attacked so many times, like, you cannot go, this one,
City Hall.
stand it, it's terrible. And I used to work in this building and have my dog at work and try to go over there, so I'm like, no. I guess I can join.
Yeah,
As long as
Yeah, you should be
I'm
on
at
dog
that.
park. You're like, wait.
Yeah, just don't engage.
No, I think better, especially they're psychotic over here, that's why I like can't even go, like, you full of people.
Hopefully that dog is gone now, but
You will all receive a new.
there was that
ad
one
hoc
that was
list.
just always a problem.
Any other conversation on ad hocs?
I think we killed it.
I think so too. Okay, I'm going to speed through this, yeah?
Okay, yes.
All right,
go
so
for it.
here's some, couple of things that's been happening in the departments. On June 20th, we hosted our Donuts and Do-It-Yourself with Dad events at the Demuth Community Center. This was an opportunity to have families build and decorate your own race cars, hand-painted neckties for dads to take home as keepsakes, and guests also enjoyed donuts and light refreshments. At the Demuth Community Center, we do have an art class that's held every Wednesday. This is the Creative Arts and Expressions class. This encourages students to explore new artistic outlets that foster creativity while helping develop fine motor skills. I mentioned earlier we had the senior summer camp that we partnered with at the Mizell Center. This ran from June 1st through July 13th. The participants enjoyed breakfast, lunch, crafts, games, and socializing. And special thanks to our 2 staff members, Angie Kennedy and Michelle McGee-Valles, who helped run this program and made it a success. Also, at the James O. Jesse Desert Island Unity Center, so summer camp is obviously a big highlight going on right now. This summer's unforgettable highlights include a talent show, golf lessons at Talkwitz Creek Golf Resorts, and trips to the California Science Center and the Palm Springs Surf Club. Our Camp Palm Springs is still going on for its last week. Weeks 3 through 6, each centered around a unique theme that encouraged creativity, exploration, teamwork, and personal growth. Campers embraced their adventurous side during Operation Wild Things, which highlighted an unforgettable trip aboard the Palm Springs aerial tramway. It gave campers the opportunity to shine through music with our program at our talent show that showcased the incredible confidence and creativity of our campers. Also, Camp Palm Springs creativity reached the new heights during Messy Masterpieces, where campers explored art, science, and hands-on projects. And this was during some slime creations with our field trip to the California Science Center, which we also went to. From adventure and self-expression to creativity and environmental stewardship, Camp Palm Springs continues to create meaningful experiences that foster friendships, build confidence, and make every week of summer one to remember. On 4th of July, we had a huge day filled with a bunch of fun activities that kicked off on July 2nd, an event on July 3rd with our dive-in movie, and then a bunch of festivities on July 4th in Sunrise Park with live entertainment, interactive activities, food vendors, roving entertainment, which you'll see here, a pool party, a baseball game, and our fireworks spectacular, which ended the evening. The event showcased strong collaboration between city departments, public safety, community partners, volunteer, and staff, while ensuring that Palm Springs was committed to providing high-quality recreational experiences. Our pool party alone brought more than 575 people at that one day for this 4th of July event. We also want to highlight our recent partnership with First Five from Riverside County, which provided free swim lessons to 17 at-risk children under the age of 5. The All Desert Aquatics program, which also gave some funding to 20 additional participants, including youth over the age of 5 and adults who actually participated in our swim lesson program.
What does at-risk mean? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Low income.
Oh.
So together, these partnerships removed financial barriers and allowed these members to receive essential swimming and water safety instruction at no cost. Also recently, we hosted a swim meet at the Swim Center, which welcomed young athletes, coaches, and families to the facility. The event gave swimmers an opportunity to demonstrate their skills in a supportive, competitive environment, as well as strengthening the Swim Center's role in a regional resource for youth aquatics. Recently, actually last week, our park ranger were stopped by a pedestrian who found a lost bird. And so our rangers made sure that we connected with animal control and waited till they were available to transfer the care of the bird to one of their officers. And so this is just one example of the impact our park ranger team has on our parks, our community, and of course our animal friends who also need our care. Some maintenance highlights for you to be aware of. You'll see some new colors of our benches painted at Victoria Park. So the new brightly colored benches are just complementing the beautiful playground structure over at Victoria Park. We also revitalized the bocce ball court at Gateway Park, and we had some concrete repairs done outside of the Mizell Senior Center. We also cleaned up the hallways outside of the pavilion, installed the new slide at Sunrise Park, and right-sized some trees that were falling over in the Leisure Center parking lot. We've also made some maintenance of the ball field and dragging of the field appropriately at Desert Highland Park. We still have to do a lot more repairs for a lot of the gopher holes that we experienced there, but we at least did that here.
Squirrel holes.
Squirrel holes. Did I say
Squirrels.
Squirrel holes, sorry. Ground squirrels. And I'll turn it over to John to quickly go through some of these CIP updates.
Hey everyone. Okay, so still in the agreements phase with Desert Highland Park, we did issue an RFP for the landscape architect services. We received 4 responses and in the process of awarding that now, hoping to have that wrapped up and awarded by the end of the week, so we can get that through agreements, get everything we need for permitting to finally get construction underway. I know I say it, as soon as we have those permits, construction can start the next day.
Great, when's the project expected to be completed?
This fall.
Yeah, in the fall, pending timely approval.
Aye.
Palm Springs Swim Center renovation, so the site plans were finalized and submitted to the city planning department for review. They went to the Historic Site Preservation Board last week on July 21st for consideration at a special meeting. It did receive approval, or there was no further action taken, I should say, for further designation of the swim center. So all the pieces are in place now for us to move forward on that project. It is now in construction documents, blueprints, things like that. As soon as those are wrapped up, we'll be looking at getting that ready to bid out and then moving that into the next phase of after bidding into construction. A couple other project updates. The AIDS Memorial in Downtown Park, permit was approved. Estimated installation is expected to commence very, very soon, I will say in August, but very soon. More details to come on that. Just look for some activity down there in the near future. Desert Highland Park, we have that grants in for the $100,000 request for the restoration of the Wyatt mural. I'm still waiting from the state to hear back on that, but hopefully we will be hearing back on that soon, and yeah, be a good one if we get it. A few other ones on the Demuth Park improvements. All facets of the project are still under construction, other than the AYSO field that's been done since June 5th. The Demuth Community Center parking lots the paving was wrapped up last Friday. They're working on, brushing, striping, everything like that this week, so hopefully that will be finalized and hopefully open very soon. Everything else is still underway. We're still a little snag with the bathrooms, but nothing that we're anticipating any project delays for at this point. So all of that should still be wrapping up sometime in October. Downtown Park Amphitheater, there was a little discussion on that earlier. I know there's still some internal review going on within the city with a few different stakeholders. So as soon as we have that back, we can give the direction to the design firm to keep moving forward on that one. And Measure J projects in coordination with the Barristo Park Improvements Group, the Tahquitz Creek Master Plan Implementation Group, I'm heavily involved with them right now. And then the Ruth Hardy Park Measure J projects, trying to get some revitalized proposals there for that project. The Ruth Hardy Park tennis courts, we're waiting back on our grant application for the design work and assessment there from USTA. The aquatic feasibility study, we're finalizing that project scope. As soon as we have that done, we'll be looking to issue an RFP to qualified vendors for that. The Tahquitz Creek Golf Course, I met last week with Historic Site Preservation Board out there as well on that to make sure that we're following all the guidelines and trying to look at, in part with this patio expansion, further shade expansion out there, that we're looking at any other repairs, things like that, to bring forward more of a whole program of projects that need to be done there to make sure that we're expediting everything through all the proper channels within the city. And Victoria Park restroom replacement is still underway. I'm working on some soils compaction issue or topics up there, and that's due for completion in December. I believe that's it, unless anybody has any questions on any projects.
Where are we? Ad hoc updates. Do you want to start with pickleball?
Okay. Pickleball ad hoc, we had a meeting on the 23rd. The contractors are putting the finishing touches, and by August 10th, they will start the surfacing process. This will take 2 to 3 weeks. The switch gear issue will be addressed this week. Southern California Edison is coming August 25th, and they'll need a few days to check the wiring. Nick hopes the project will be fully completed by the end of August. It was mentioned by one of the committee members that it may be a good idea to have someone observe the painting of the initial court, or the first court to be painted, to make sure everything is completed properly. Nick believes the color schematic will be blue and green. Trash cans have been added to waste disposal. Backboards will be set up for beginner courts. Paddle holders need to be ordered and installed, and Nick showed us a sample of one. We conducted a review of edits pertaining to court rules. Copy was forwarded to the committee for our review this evening and approval. We need a copy of rules for the challenge court to be forwarded to Nick. As per Nisha, we received an inquiry from the nearby treatment plant. They want to set up collection bins for worn-out paddles and balls, 1 paddle bin and 2 ball bins to be requested on a trial basis, as per Sean Pinson. Treatment plant will be working on a project with anticipated January completion, which will hopefully address the odor issue.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Starts till next
Nick says the software rollout will be done in the next few weeks. The ambassador program, Nick said he's looking for volunteers, wants us to formulate a policy for questions about court rules. Ambassadors will not be referees, enforcement reps, or handle disputes. Michael said he's reached out to 2 individuals that referred to him by Meredith. David mentioned that A. Shelley Saunders wants to be an ambassador. Nick requested more names and a list of ambassador responsibilities forwarded to him by August 10th. Ambassador training will be done via Zoom. Nick said there's a redesign of the ambassador t-shirts in the works. Mary Russello is in charge of the pickleball participation in the Festival of Lights event, which is set for December 5th. And our next meeting will be on August 10th via Zoom, and Riley will send out the links. And that's it.
Awesome. I'll do dog park. We met July 2nd. People are relatively happy, it seems. The new hydro seating thing really seems to have worked. So all is good in dog park world. I have not seen the shade structure on the small dog park in Duluth yet. I've seen the ones at the large dog park. Is it just the same structure and there's just one?
There's just one, I believe, right, John?
Is it the same like yellow?
Yeah.
In the small one?
large and the small dog parks.
Yeah, okay, cool. I don't remember when our next meeting is for dog park.
Not until September.
Yeah. What's next? Swim center, we got nothing. Golf?
I'm gonna pass it back to Michael because I had technical issues and they couldn't hear anything, so he kind of ran the meeting. It was a day. I was on, but he ran it, so.
Go ahead.
Let's see, Aramis was in attendance at the meeting, and he indicated, in his words, Tockwitz is trucking along. He said May was a good and favorable month. We had the last minute corporate group, and he said we hit labor on the mark. He said at this point in time when we had the meeting, which was just was on July 15th, he said he cannot gauge Southern California Edison costs or maintenance costs, but he said that revenue and grounds were doing well. For June, Aramis said we had 4,200 rounds, more than they thought. They exceeded green fees, but tournaments were down. Late June, July course is healing up. And let's see, he's close to finalizing fiscal year budget. Move forward to Nick and Nisha and Mr. Stiles. Expected new carts in late June, July, waiting for quotes from other companies. Previously discussed work on patio area. That's work in progress. Architect will be dropping concepts. Aramis said they're shifting software, currently working on that. And July 27th, they hope to be going live with the software. And Nisha said that the first T program is going well, and she sees participants in this in the early morning, transporting children, and it's thus far, successful and going along well. Next meeting is going to be August 19th.
First tee's awesome. Did he say anything today, switching to the software? All right, it went great.
Yeah. No news is good news. Master plan and park enhancements.
It's been debunked.
Okay, so nothing there.
Here we go.
Commissioner comments and requests. This is the portion of the meeting that Nick was telling us about before. I'll just read it to all of you. This portion of the agenda is designated for commissioners to provide brief comments, updates, or announcements relative to the City of Palm Springs Parks and Recreation System. This is also where commissioners can request items to be placed on a future agenda.
I would like to place on a future agenda Hanukkah. I feel like our city does not do anything for the Jewish community, enough for the Jewish community during the holidays. And I think we need to incorporate in the Festival of Life Parade, like something that's also for Hanukkah.
So you just want an agenda item?
Well,
that's
I just want to be able
Hanukkah?
to discuss that. Like, I want like, when they're doing the cookie decorating at Village Fest, they can have dreidels for some kids to decorate, or there has to be.
More culturally
It
aware
has to be,
things.
yes, even if they want to do Kwanzaa too, whatever it is, I feel like it just really focuses a lot on Santa and Christmas, and I feel like we should have a little bit of everything. Not equally, but a little bit.
So just so I understand from a staff perspective, you want us to bring forward an agendized item of what we plan to do, or, because we can just do that?
Well, then that would be phenomenal. And I'm happy to help with ideas I have.
Okay.
I had talked to Rosa at one point, and she was like really excited about it, and
Okay. We can just do that, and we can have an offline conversation if you're comfortable with that, unless you wanted us to agendize.
no, I didn't know how it works, so I was making an agenda, but it doesn't have to be an agenda. It's
Okay.
just something I just feel really passionate about.
I don't think it needs to be an agenda item. You can just tell us what the department's capable of doing.
Yeah, or you give dreidels, or
Yeah.
there's so
Breakfast with Santa, all those things. There needs to be other.
something, a little
Sure.
something, yeah.
Yep, I hear you.
Is there any way we can go to voice votes instead of roll call votes on some of the votes that we do? Because that was a lot of roll call today.
It's actually going to change
Okay.
with the one meeting system. So at a future meeting, you all will get an iPad and you'll just vote.
Oh,
on
my.
it.
There we go.
And so
And it's,
that'll
is
be
it, wait, is it
easier.
private that way? No one knows how you're voting, or you're voting?
No, it'll pop up at the end.
Got it,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beat me to it.
Anybody else? Nothing?
I guess I just want to welcome our new commissioners. Great to have you. And thank you all for your vote back in for another year as vice chair. I appreciate all of you. Representation's important to me. We all come here with our backgrounds, with our voices from the community, from our family, and it's just important for us to have this seat at the table and represent properly. So thank you for your service for another year.
Good. I don't think we need to talk about proposed future agenda items. We kind of just did that.
I
Meeting
think the
next
last
month.
sentence.
No meeting next month.
Right. Correct. Thank you. So next meeting is what, September 28th? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Eunice.
Meeting adjourned.
Happy summer, everyone.
I grabbed the wrong purse
Should be
today.
nice to
I
look.
didn't have keys locked in my office, like, no. Not doing well.
What?
I grabbed the wrong purse, I don't have my office keys, because I'm never the last one, so I never think about it. And because I came straight here, I was like, I don't have the keys to lock up.
So that means you have